everyone, how's it going? Today I'm gonna play Dumbo Fox against Prison Potatoes. That's right, potatoes are back and they're in full force. Potatoes Unleashed is going to be a problem, but I have a couple of tricks up my sleeve. Firstly, this is Dumbo Fox, so obviously there's Levy in my deck. Extending my hit points by twice the amount is a huge deal against a deck that is trying to mill me. Moreover, as you can see in my opening hand, I have one of the best opening hands I can ever ask for. Daily cast for the early money, so I can set up the rest of my engine. Wild side for the continuous draw. Because I'll be getting milled a lot, I would like to have the ability to clicklessly draw, and wild side gives me that. Click compression on the draw front, and most importantly is Sunset Slums. This is actually a very crucial card, slotted in mostly for CTM hate, but does decently against potatoes as well. If the potato variant is running Hostile Infrastructure and Bioethics Association, Slums takes care of that very easily because you can remove cards from the game, trashing them, without triggering Hostile Infrastructure. That's a big deal. So with these two so-called hate cards, they aren't even direct hate cards. I didn't pack them in because they were good against potatoes, but they're in my deck, and because of that, I definitely have a favorable matchup against my opponent in this game, who is James, who is whining right now about how I found such an early slums. I'm going to put the slums to good use right about now, as I begin checking his remotes. I don't have much to fear. A Psychic Field will hit the I've had worse in my hand and draw me 3 cards anyway, so that's fine. So this is why I can brazenly check all the remotes here, removing 2 Bioethics, one of which will go into the exile area. And I even check server 4 here with 1 click to spare. No. I hastily removed my mouse cursor from the button because I realized that if I check that and it's a snare, I'm going to be set very far behind. My opponent can easily trash my slums, trash my wild side. That would be bad. So this is a very exemplary example of how you must be very aware of the threats that are facing you down at all times. So I go for that server on my next turn. Turns out to be a Jackson Howard that nullifies my Dirty Laundry. Not the worst deal because I have a lot of money. But yes, awareness of the card pool is very important. You run on your last click, you realize, oh wait, that could be a snare. I better not run it. That's a very important thing. I could take the net damage from the snare and live it, but the tag is what kills me. So having this kind of awareness is very crucial to dealing with trappy decks such as Potatoes Unleashed. I also poke HQ here because it's quite important to keep my opponent honest, since I haven't seen any agendas yet. They're probably piling up in hand. Best check. I also check R&D here. Keep my opponent honest on the ice, and I find a Hokusai Grid. The Hokusai Grid goes in exile. Very good. So Sunset Slums doing a lot of work right now. All his net damage cards are 1 use. He can't recur them with preemptive action, can't recur them with friends. They are going straight into exile. Now, unfortunately here I draw a lot of cutlery, which is not exactly what I want right now. I don't have files to leverage on this cutlery, and most of his eyes are not really cutleryable anyway. You're thinking of Data Mine, which doesn't have subtypes, the 3 main subtypes. You can't really use cutlery on them. So another important thing to take note of when you are playing matchups such as these is to identify key cards. So Slums is a key card. Levy is obviously a very key card. I need to keep my eyes on my heap at all times. If a Levy ever hits the heap, I need to be aware that Arc Knockdown could be a thing. Another key card that I'm going to have to take note of in this matchup is Parasite. Now, Parasite is the only way to get rid of Data Mine, unless I want to break Data Mine with files every single time, which is rather taxing. I would like to draw my Parasites and unload them on the Data Mines. That is one of my key goals of this game. Now, I'm going to run HQ again to keep my opponent honest, and that is not funny! Relax. Take a deep breath. It's fine. No key cards were lost to the snare. I could clear the tag, and we are still under control. We still have a lot of hit points because Levy is still somewhere in our deck. We can go through our deck again. We should be fine. Whew. Okay. Relax. It's quite important that you remain unfazed in such situations. A lot of the time against trap decks, you are going to make wrong runs, you are going to hit ambushes. It is important to stay focused on your goals, which is to destroy the data mines with parasites and possibly set up some economy. Because now that my daily casts are ticking out, I need to find a way to get the Temujin in my hand to work. Speaking of money, my opponent sets up some money of his own by playing Celeb Gift to show. Wow! Would you look at that? Large blue cauliflowers for days! Jackson Glazebrook would be so proud. Anyways, with 3 shocks, I don't think that food looks half as appealing as it did anymore. That being said, I'm not going to be deterred from running HQ. Again, because I have the insurance of Levy, I don't mind hitting a shock or two, and most importantly, whenever I do hit one, it's going to the slums. I mean, it all makes perfect sense. The slum dwellers are poor, hungry. They'll take any potatoes that are thrown at them without hesitation. So if I can redirect the potatoes to the slums, it's a win-win situation for me and the slum dwellers. So we are going to run HQ here, and of the 5 cards he has in hand, I had to hit one card that did nothing, the DNA tracker. Okay, now back to serious game talk. You notice that I pointed to Musion on HQ. A lot of players would have caved in and just dumped it on R&D, given that there are 3 shocks in hand. I explained why hitting shocks is okay, but more importantly, running R&D isn't that good for me right now. I don't have a medium up, and I still have to pay 2 cards for each data mine. I'm not really interested in running R&D until I find the parasites to deal with the data mines. They're just way too annoying right now. So I'm instead going to focus on HQ and try to get the guarantee agenda in there. I hit my first of 3 shocks. That is completely fine. We draw, we find medium, we set it up. It's quite important because my second medium is actually in the bin, milled by potatoes. Therefore, it's very important for me to immediately install this medium to prevent further net damage from sniping it. I always want to have medium available as a win condition in case things get hairy. Okay, but still, because the DNA tracker presumably went on R&D, I'm going to continue hitting HQ here. And I pitched 2 cards instead of paying 2 credits because I really need the credits to Levy. I hit the second of 3 shocks. Again, this is going to feed the slums. And there we go. I draw the Levy. Very crucial timing here. I could Levy right now, but I'm going to be greedy. I'm going to take my final click to install Parasite on Datamine, what I always wanted to do instead. And my opponent then plays Neuro EMP, nearly sniping that Levy. Whew, that was a close shave. Instead, he snipes the iPad worse, giving me free draw. Now, I'm definitely going to Levy by the end of this turn. I'm just thinking of what can I do with my hand before I Levy. I could dump the other Parasite on the data mine as well. I think that would have been a really good move, but instead I went for R&D, a run here. I wanted to force the DNA tracker res, because I had a spoon in my hand and I really do want to remove the DNA tracker. On the same token, I'm going to remove the data mine, but that cost me a card because of hostile infrastructure that my opponent res at an opportune time, and I'm forced to use same old thing to Levy because the hostile net damage sniped my Levy. So I'm not able to rid off the DNA tracker this turn, unfortunately, because that wasted a couple of cards in my hand that was sent to the Levy. But it's okay. With the Levy over and done with, I now have a spoon in my new opening hand. So I can go for the spoon on R&D next turn. So this is where I start transitioning from HQ pokes to R&D pokes. The spoon is going to come in here, and I'm going to be able to remove DNA tracker, which clears the path for my medium. This is pretty great. So once again, we ask ourselves, what is our next line of play? What are our priorities? Given that I'm on 4 credits and I have a gamble in hand, my first priority is to get to gamble money. So a dirty laundry into gamble seems reasonable. Second order of business, spoon, R&D, making sure that the DNA tracker goes away. I'm not really concerned about the upgrade there, but it should be noted that if I'm attempting a dirty laundry run on R&D, I need to be aware that could be a caprice that ends the run. These kind of things need to come into consideration. Now I hastily played the chronotype here because, well, on my first pass through my deck, both chronotypes were milled. No pancakes for me. So I really like having 4 clicks right now. So I immediately got the chronotype up. And then I dirty laundry the hostile infrastructure, attempting to trash it. Oh wait, I don't have enough money to do that. Well, crap. This is not a good feeling, not at all. Also, I was very brazen in that. I could have been easily punished with a Komainu to the face, but that's just a data mine. So, because I cannot trash the hostile infrastructure, I'm forced to leave the run, get my dirty laundry, and then go back in for the hostile infrastructure. I still have a fairly decent number of cards in my deck, but it's certainly whittling down right now. Given that I have no agenda points, I'm actually rather concerned about my state of things right now. Even though I've exiled a whole bunch of net damage cards, I am not achieving my objective, which is to get to 7 agenda points. So I need to start doing a run, skip, and a hop through the ice, past the server, and hopefully find some agendas. And where better than to run HQ? Not only will I get Temujin money from running HQ, I will also get to pick those right cards in HQ. Since most of the shocks has been ridden off already, there should be a lot of agendas. The question is, which agenda will I hit right now? It is... What the hell? How is this even legal? Oh, that's the last shock. And it's the 1 in 5 and I hit it. The worst thing is I don't have the economy to trash it. So I'm just gonna leave it in his hand. I'm probably not gonna hit it again because I need to exile the Hokusai. Because I might run HQ again, but there's a very low chance I'll hit the shock again. What I really need to do is to remove all sources of consistent net damage, and Hokusai is obviously more consistent. Now I'm running HQ again because I need 2 credits so that I can play Show Gamble, but most importantly, I need to start getting accesses. I need to put myself on the board, I need an agenda. So we are going to see... I knew this was gonna happen. Of course, if I don't trash the f***ing potatoes, it will come back to hit me in the bloody face. Why did I even run HQ? Oh my word, this is the worst. And when I say worst, I mean worst. Jeez. I mean, I just concede now, right? Is there even any point playing this stupid game? My opponent is mocking me with an blatantly advanced fetal on the table. It's not like he's defending it or anything. He's like, it's a fetal, come get it, you loser, because you don't have enough cards to steal it. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. And look, this is just utter disrespect. I came in second at Worlds and look at what he's doing to me. He's like, there's no respect at all. This guy, that's clearly a fetal. Like, he's saying, come get it, bro. You want it? Come get it. I'm still gonna win, bro, because, you know, you suck, bro. And like, I can't get it. I can't spend the 3 damage, the 2 net damage and the 1 potato to get it. If I do that, I won't have any wiggling room left for the 3rd fetal or any more snares, Hokusais, and especially Neuro EMPs he has left in his deck. I have to let it go. I need to steal the other agendas, the global foods. What's utterly annoying is I really want to smack this guy in the face, in person, for being so disrespectful. I want to steal that bloody agenda and say, I'm gonna win this shit. But I just can't. I mean, if he's arrogant enough to leave it on the table for long enough, I will eventually fetch it when I get to match point. But for now, I can't steal it. It's too dangerous given the number of cards I have left. I need to get accesses on centrals, and even though I'm diligently doing so, I'm not getting the winning agendas I need. This is a complete travesty. This was a matchup locked in the bag for me. I had Levy, I had Snubs, I screwed over his hostile infrastructures, and I'm still losing so hard. It's ridiculous. I'm being humiliated by stupid and utter nonsensical jank. No. I can't let this guy get the best of me. I'm gonna pick myself up and show him how to play proper Netrunner. I'm going to school him for attempting to even think of landing some stupid potato jank on me. I'm not going to stand up for this nonsense. No. I'm gonna take all the potatoes he unleashed at me over the course of this entire game. I'm going to mash them into bits, and then stuff it in his mouth. Stuff it so hard that it's gonna leak out of all his orifices. And then I will claim triumph. I will claim victory. This will be mine. With all the central servers so lightly defended, I can easily abuse this. I'm going to stuff these smashed potatoes into his mouth. Smash them into every single hole I can find. I'm going to find those accesses. I'm seeing nothing. Nothing. I'm going crazy. What? Where are the agendas? Well, they're not in HQ. They're not in R&D. Where can they possibly be? We want to find out? Well, let's throw it to the floor.
Wow, okay.
I definitely need the money.
Yes, that's a new rule.
It
okay.
is.
That's being used immediately.
Dingus.
Then what do I do? I think I'm just getting credits. This game. It's not going to be won or lost on my side, that's for sure.
Oh my gosh. Bloody snares. Okay, just check. I mean, it's a bunch of fresh cards.
Come on, be a snare, be a snare, be a snare, be a snare, be a snare. I could really...
Holy
with a snare right now. Yes, sir. Yes.
Oh my god. I'm in so much pain.
Yes. Yes. Wow, what do you do? What do you do now?
I just run. I have no choice.
You must see something. You know there's like only one snare, that's like the only net damage card other than Fetals left in the deck now. Do you know what was so funny about all of this, Ben?
You had
Server
agendas
6.
in hand.
No, Server 6 is a Pelotic entanglement. And I'm just waiting for you to get points. I also do have, Ben, 3 global food initiatives in hand, which I have had for most of the game.
After that incredibly infuriating and blood-boiling game, I think we can all use some quotes of wisdom to calm down. This may or may not be related to the game that we just saw, and speaking of which, if you wish to do a count of the number of potatoes unleashed by James, my opponent, feel free to do so. Honestly, I can't be asked. In the meantime, thanks everyone for watching, and have fun unleashing your inner potato. See you around. Ba 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 na na. Ba 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 na na. Ba 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 na na.
Potato?